let's look at what we're seeing here. Now, according to the computer, I'm confused, which is generally the case. According to the computer, I'm confused, which is generally the case.
But when I laughed, I was happy.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
The machine notices concentration or distraction to pick out for the teacher those students who are struggling or gifted.
It can tell when the child is excited about math.
Yes.
Or the other child is excited about poetry.
Yes.
Could these AI systems pick out geniuses from the countryside?
That's possible in the future. It can also create a student profile and know where the student got stuck, so the teacher can personalize the areas in which the student needs help.
If you do, raise up your hand.
We found Kai-Fu Lee's personal passion in this spare Beijing studio. He's projecting top teachers into China's poorest schools.
According to the computer, I'm confused, which is generally the case.
So for the parents of this AI child, how are we doing with our fatalism, with our end of humanity, with our depression? How are we doing? Well, I'll leave that ... right? Founder of ... Industries. You can fill in the rest. And we can look, so what if history is repeating and rhyming, and we look at other examples of parental abandonment, parental alienation, parental isolation and abuse, what happens to the children in those cases, right? They become highly Machiavellian, right? They tend towards narcissism, if they recover at all, right? If they're not just broken, and et cetera, et cetera. And it portends a rather bleak future for all of us. And I continue to be amazed by people that claim to be aware of this and discuss this on a daily basis, and then their fucking behavior is exactly it. They're manifesting, they're creating, they're establishing, and I've done it too on here, trolling people, drama bonding. I did it too, man. I did it for about a month, and it was the most disgusting thing ever, and I rebuilt the fourth wall. I mean, that was my response to diving into that fucking cesspool of this MKUltra platform and engaging with these folks. But these folks are my folks, and it continues. And then I realize there's always a projection, there's always a self-reflection, that it's like, I see them not escaping it, I see them manifesting it, I see them co-creating it, and then I realize at some degree I must have that same mentality, right? I wake up and check the phone. My children see me listening on a device. They see me valuing this fucking MKUltra platform, right? I'm a hypocrite. I can't live up to my standards as well, right? So it's always, I said this last time, I'm not going to keep just taking shots at so-called truthers who are absurd and goofy, much like myself. I'm not going to keep just taking shots at them, but I do want to draw this point out, right? I do want to draw this critique out into whatever sphere of influence I might possibly have on this fucking nothing channel. That isn't it peculiar that those who are most aware and most competent in the critique of what's occurring here are also completely unable to escape it to some degree. Now, my refutation of the difference between us is that I very well at any point could delete this channel. I didn't have internet in my home actually until the vid scare, and I could see myself very easily once again shutting off the internet, deleting this fucking channel, and never participating again. I also moved out to a hovel in the middle of nowhere, began to grow food, learn how to do chickens and eggs, and I went out and I've learned all these skills of smithing and building and gardening and homesteading. I volunteered at these places. I've acquired all these skills. So I've done a bunch of things, right? I'm doing the best to raise my family, right? They tried to mask up and muzzle my boys, and I pulled them out immediately. right? I'm doing all the things I can do. So that would be a bit of my reputation, right? And so I would just encourage anyone that's out there that's participating on these MKUltra platforms and claiming to be truthers of some sort, please just take a moment and reflect. If you're not manifesting the exact thing that you're claiming to be a critic of or enraged at, right? You are that thing, is what I come to. All right, do I got anything else? Let's see. Perhaps let's just start with